Here it is, guys. Finally, I bought my own car for Uber Black. Here it is. So let's start with the review, and after the review I will explain every single cent that I spent to buy this car and all the finance details as I usually do. First of all, up front, look at these lights. They are very, very, very good. I love how detailed they are and how beautiful they are, especially at night, especially when we look closer to all of these kind of crystals that make a lot of sense. We come here, we see that it is very long. It's very long sedan, but it's so beautiful. All these handles, they light up at night. And when we come back to the rear, we have very simple design over here for the tail lights, stop lights. I don't like that stoplights are also turn signal. I don't like this kind of signals. Suburban also has like this, especially the design that I'm driving, but new one they changed it, new model. For the tail lights, they are not my favorite. They are pretty simple, but as we come closer, they are pretty good, well designed. And there's something that I learned today that makes me a lot more exciting. I thought that here for the rear trunk, to open a rear trunk, there is no button because it is pretty solid and it's very difficult to see any buttons. But I remember that the Cadillac Escalade newer models, they have this kind of hidden button, which is the logo. You click the logo and here you go. Let me actually show you how big the trunk is. So this trunk is enormous. So for a sedan, it's very, very, very big. I think 2 people can actually fit in here. Maybe 3, 4 big luggages also fits here. So down there is a spare tire, nothing interesting there. Unfortunately, this car does not have any buttons to close, so I have to manually close it. This is not a deal breaker. We come here to the other side. All doors, they have buttons to open the car, which is very handy, so keyless entrance. And I want to show you the rear, which is one of the main reasons I bought this car. When we look here, let's look how many space it has. It has a ton of space. This seat is all the way to the back, and still there are space for people to sit in here. Let's start with getting inside the car. Open the door, beautiful, beautiful car. Cadillac logo right here at the bottom. And on the door, we have all the memory seats, then all the controls over here. We have Bose audio system, which is amazing. And here we go. Boom. So it is start and stop. Click right here. Boom. Beautiful. So this is the head display. Not my favorite, but I'm getting used to it. So we have our RPM on the left side, speedometer, then the fuel gauge and temperature. Today was actually the first time I filled the car all the way, full tank, and it was $70. 1 gallon was $5.10. And overall, on fuel range, it showed me 335, I think. So there is a button here on the right side where I can control the head display right here, for example, left, up and down, it changes stuff. To the right, I click, this is the main menu, also I can change it. And on the right menu, also I can change it. So I thought, I found this design better. On the left side, average fuel economy, on the right side, fuel range, and in the middle, the speedometer. Not a lot going on over there. And here on the steering wheel, we have heated steering. This is something that I never used, and I don't think I will use again. This is mute the audio, or also cancel the call, voice command, and cruise control. Here you start with cruise control, press up, set down, and the left side cancel it. And on the right we have down and up, skipping audios, volume up and down, and this thing controls the head display. So we have start stop, we already saw it, emergency right here, and traction off. And here comes the controversial part, in my opinion. So it has everything is beautiful here. Touch display is not my favorite. It is very laggy. And climate control, here you can control everything. And for example, to the left side, to the right side, back. And when we go down here, everything in here is haptic. So there is no real buttons here. All of them is haptic, which is good and bad at the same time. For example, if I want to turn the fan up for AC, I tap right here, it turns up. And if I want to change the temperature here, blue is down, red is up. So I change to 68, 67, or I want to make it 69, I can do it. And my favorite thing here is heated and ventilated seats. So right now it is ventilating on max, and you can actually hear the sound that is making for my seat. That's amazing. Also, when I click one more time, it lowers down to medium, and one more to the low, and one more, it turns it off. Also, my passenger has the same thing, heated and ventilated seats. All these seats are perforated. I think that's the name that they call. Is pretty good. And heating compartment. Just tap right here, and that's it. It opens. And I don't know who was that kind of smart, but right here in the middle of here is actually wireless charger. I don't know who will put their phone here to wirelessly charge. Not me, because I use my phone all the time. And even though if it was, for example, CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, for example, you still put your phone over there. I don't know, not my favorite thing to do over there. And also, in order to close it, you just click. It is haptic, so you just swipe and it clicks. Glove box. How do you think the glove box opens? There is no button here, so the only thing you can do is here, glove box button, you click and it opens. You close it. Then parking sensors if you want to use them. And right here actually helps to parallel park. I never use it, so when I use it, and I can share my opinion. Volume, also haptic, left to right. And it happens a lot that, for example, if I'm doing something right over here, putting a charger or whatever, and I accidentally hit here, it opens. Not my favorite part over there. So right here we have a regular transmission, cup holder, and here we have some storage compartment. And here comes controversial part. I thought that Cadillac is the best for making the seats, but unfortunately, especially driver's seat, because I didn't try to drive over there, the driver's seat is not very comfortable. The seat, I have no idea. For some reason, right here is kind of bulky, and not comfortable to my back. And also it doesn't have really side supports. It's kind of flat, so when you are going fast on turns, you kind of move out of the seat. BMW 5 Series that I also looked to buy, that was a lot better seats. It doesn't extend anything, but heated and ventilated is amazing. So basically it goes up, it goes down, whatever movements that the car seat has, so it has too. So guys, I think it's time to discuss finances. I've been looking for cars for a few months, and all the cars are very, very expensive right now. And I was looking to get SUV if there is a chance to find a good price for an SUV. I was planning to get an SUV. I was looking here and there, and I've made a video about the prices for those cars, for SUV especially. It is around 45 to 50 for 2019, and there are actually cars that you could find for $50,000, 2020 SUV. And there was one guy actually that I talked to. He also watches my YouTube videos. He bought his own SUV a few months back, and he actually recommended me the place where he bought his car. So I went there, and those people were very polite. He had three, I think, SUVs. It was Chevy Suburban, then Yukon XL. So he told me the price for those SUVs, they were all 2020, were $50,000. No more, no less. And he said, I'll help you with the financing and everything, so I'll help you with the application, so on and so forth. I said, why not? Let's look at your cars first. Let's see which one is better. So I looked at SUVs, at Suburbans, and also at Yukon XL. Yukon XL was ahead by miles. There were ton of features in Yukon XL that Suburban didn't have. For example, blind spots. Second and third row, they were automatic, so you roll them down and up without actually going inside the car and doing it all manually like you do in Suburban. I think for Suburban to have all these features, you have to get Premier or something. So I liked Yukon XL 2020. The price was $50K. So I said, let's do the application. I started the application, and he sent my application first to US Bank, because he said that US Bank actually you can put less down payment. So for down payment, I said, let's do it 10K. And I didn't have that 10K though. I was planning that I would get a loan or something for down payment to get a loan for auto loan. So it was pretty effed up situation. But unfortunately, they ran my credit, and my credit was very good on Credit Karma. My credit was from 750 on TransUnion to 770 actually with Equifax. And they ran my credit. They actually used Equifax, but for some reason it was actually 3 points short. It has to be 760 for them to approve it, but mine came by 757. So 3 points less, and they declined it. There was no way going around it. And sometimes all the failures that you have, they're actually for better. And this example will really show you why. So he said, I will try Ally Bank, but they require a higher down payment. I said, okay, let's do it 15. And still I didn't have that 15K. So I was looking at which bank actually approves it. They ran my credit, also no luck, and he said who will try BMW Financial. He tried BMW Financial and another financial. So basically, he gave me around 4 or 5 hard inquiries into my credit score. After the first inquiry, my credit score dropped by 3 points, and those 3 or 4 more inquiries after that, they actually didn't change anything for my credit score. So they ran all the credits they could. They basically didn't approve it. BMW Financial actually approved it, but they asked me to provide my green card, which I don't have. So basically they wanted to be sure that I have all the documents to stay here for as long as I can, because the loan was for 60 months. And 50K it was the price. After 10K, for example, down payment, the price that I had to finance, it was still $48,000. That's a lot. So all the taxes, all the fees, DMV fees, bunch of fees. Still, 50K, the price for the car, 10K down payment, still the amount to be financed was 48K. That's a ton of money. And I remember that guy that was trying to get me approved, he actually said, "You are young. You better go back to school and study something better, because with Uber Black, you have a lot of upfront investment and no one is approving you because first of all, you are young, you don't have enough credit history, blah, blah, blah." I said, okay, thank you very much for your help. And I moved on. And I started looking for cars. I was very consistent and very focused to find any car to buy, because I made that video about how much I paid for my car in 9 months for 36 weeks. And all that money, if you didn't watch that video, I highly recommend you to watch it. I spent, I think, around $26,000, almost to $30,000. I just paid for rent to rent that car. That's too much. So I was consistent. I was looking on Auto Trader, on Car Gurus, and I started looking at sedans, looking for cheaper options. XCS. I started looking for Cadillac XCS because it was the price were not too high, but the limit of the cars was very, very low, and they were all 29 to 30K. I started also looking on OfferUp. On OfferUp, I found one XCS 2019 that the guy had TCP on the car, so basically he was driving for Limo, and the price was 29. And I texted him. He said that I cannot show you this week, next week. Let's talk next week and arrange a meeting. I said, okay. And every single day after work, I used to come and look at the Auto Traders. I started looking at sedans less than 30K. I forgot about SUV because SUV was too expensive. And in my head was that if I can find cheaper options for a car 30 and less, I tried to get personal loan. Not personal auto loan, but personal loan that considers as a cash. They send it to your bank account and you can use it. So that was my idea. So I was been looking for cars here and there, and I tried to get approved for personal loan. I tried third companies. I didn't try big banks, for example, like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, Discover, those big banks. I was looking for those Upstart, Upgrade, those third-party banks that actually get enormous percentages, and also they have origination fee. Origination fee, actually the fee that they take in order to approve you for something. Or let's say, for example, Upgrade. Let's take that example. Usually they have 8% origination fee, which means that if you apply for 10,000 and they approve for 10,000, they actually send to your bank account $9,200. They don't send you $10,000 because they have origination fee and they take their fee. They don't give a shit. And also they have higher percentage rate, like 14 to 18% APR, which is enormous. And also putting origination fee, not the best thing. But I actually tried because I didn't know any other way. I tried Upstart, I tried Upgrade, and they actually asked me for my tax return. I gave them a tax return, and they came back saying, unfortunately, we cannot approve you for this money because your tax return, the amount of your tax return is low. It is low because this year my earning actually went up, significantly up. But still, they say we need a proof. We need at least 2 years of your tax return. But I couldn't give them. Also, I'm self-employed. I'm making also money from YouTube. I said I'm making money from YouTube, but I cannot prove it to you because I started making money this year. So I'm making a lot more this year than those previous years, but still they needed proof, so on and so forth. And thankfully they did so. So I've been sitting at home searching for the best personal loan out there, and on the list I saw that Discover has a personal loan. I thought, let's look at Discover. So I opened Discover. I have a Discover card, so I have a relationship with them for over 2 years now. And I went through their application, and I thought that I will not put $20,000 because it's pretty high amount of money. Let's put $10,000 to get the personal loan. So I went through the application. I put $10,000. I put major purchase, and they actually approved me. I was so glad that they approved me, and also they put their number on there that I had to call in order to verify myself, verify a few questions, so on and so forth. So I did the next day. I called them, and they actually approved me. They sent all the proper information, how much was the percentages, and they thankfully they didn't have any origination fee. So they approved me for $10,000. And in my bank account, I received $10,000. So when after approval, they sent $10,000. I think I received it after 2 business days. I received it on my Wells Fargo. After I was approved for Discover, the next day when I called them, I thought maybe I will try with Wells Fargo too. Let's see if Wells Fargo has a personal loan. Wells Fargo is actually my main checking account for personal checking account, and I've been with them for over 6 years, I think, maybe over 5 years. The first day that I arrived to United States, the next day we went to open a bank account, and it was Wells Fargo. All right, and I tried Wells Fargo, and I went through the process, and boom, Wells Fargo also approved me for $10,000. They also didn't have origination fee. And Wells Fargo also said that, hey, you have been our customer for over 5 years, and here's a lower APR for your loan. I'm like, damn, finally someone recognizing me and saying, bro, here you go, get it and enjoy it. Wells Fargo also approved me for $10,000. And remember, Discover and Wells Fargo, they put hard inquiry into my TransUnion credit report. So overall, for all of this applying and everything, I got around 7 hard inquiries. Most of them were in my TransUnion. For some reason, I only one, I think Wells Fargo or Discover, put hard inquiry into my Equifax too. But unfortunately, all of those other hard inquiries were on my TransUnion credit report. I was happy. I got $20K, and then I'm still looking for cars. I'm looking for sedans in order to get a good price. And one day I came from work, and I just scroll on Auto Trader, and boom, I see a new listing for Cadillac XCS in California, in LA County. Actually, it's above the Calabasas, somewhere there. And the price was $24,800 for 2018 Cadillac XCS, 43,000 miles. And also in the description, I saw that this car was bought as a pre-owned certified, so which means that this car is it has warranty up to 10,000 miles or until April of 2024. Damn! Right away, I texted the person who had this Cadillac, and it was a personal. It was a person. It was not a dealer, because those dealers would put enormous fees, and it would be like 35K. So I texted him right away. The next day, he actually responded me with his number, and I called him, and we arranged a meeting the same day. The same day I said that, hey, I'm coming up. He said, the price is pretty firm. I will not change the price. I'm like, damn, no problem, man. I'm going. So I drove there. It took me 1 hour and 30 minutes. I drove there to see this amazing car. So I test drove this car. Everything was amazing, and that guy was very cool. He was Pakistani. That he's been living here for 40 years. Bro is rich. So the reason he was selling this car because he bought the Model Y. They're like, damn, that's good that you bought the Model Y, and this baby will be mine, thankfully. So I said, I know that the price is pretty firm, but can we lower it to 24,000? He said, no, we can do it 24,500. I said, okay, deal. It was Friday after 3 or 4 p.m. So DMV was closed, and I asked him, can we go to DMV maybe on Monday? He said, yeah, a lot of people actually texting me, do you want to put the down payment? Not down payment, but deposit. Can you put like at least $1,000 so that I don't show this card to anyone else? I said, you got it. So I sent him $1,000. And remember, I had already $20,000 with personal loan. Anyway, so on Monday I went and got my cashier's check, because the easiest way to pay something big is actually get cashier's check. So I went to Wells Fargo. I said, I need a cashier's check for $23,500. Damn, a lot of money. So I took that money. I took that cashier's check. I went and I gave him. He deposited into his account. We went to DMV, and actually went to DMV with his title and everything. I went there to DMV, said, I need to put this car under my business name, under my company name. Actually, they say company. I always say business name. I don't know why. Under a company, and I will need commercial registration with commercial plates. I said, yeah. So it took him like 10-15 minutes, I think. He went through everything. I signed a lot of papers over there, so on and so forth. And he said that the tax for the car will be 9.5%. So from the amount that I bought the car, and actually all the DMV fees and everything, they were around $280. And also he said that so registration is not full yet. What I need from you is go and weight the car, go to the scale and weight the car, and come back and also bring me your plates. I said, you got it. So actually I searched online, and it looks like there's only one public scale in LA area where you can weigh your car. So I drove there, we put it on the scale, and the scale was around $4,000. The scale was 4,000 pounds, so the weight of this car, and the price I paid was $58. And after that, I took that weight certificate. I drove to DMV. I took out my plates, and I gave it to them. And after 5 minutes, they did their stuff, and they gave me my commercial plates right away at the DMV, and I put them back. Amazing. This was actually amazing, going through all the process, getting all those rejections, the denials, and actually going through personal loans, getting all that money in the bank account, and having all that money and being ready, and boom, in one night after getting all that money, I saw this new listing with perfect price, with perfect car, and being able to go and buy it. It was amazing experience, and it feels like it really meant to happen to me after all the things that I went through. And also my favorite part is that the car is there's no loan on this car. If anything happened, I could sell this car because I have the title. No bank has a title. So for those personal loan, I will give them back. So the percentages, the APR for my Wells Fargo personal loan is 11%, and for Discover is 13%. It's not a huge deal because nowadays auto loan also they basically cost around 6 to 7%. It's not a lot. So here's the breakdown of my personal loan. Discover and Wells Fargo, the term is 36 months, and my monthly payments are around 327 with the Wells Fargo and 330 something with Discover. Discover is a little bit higher because the percentage is 2% more APR. So overall, for two personal loans, my monthly payment is 600 and something. Let's say $700 per month for both. That's amazing. That's really amazing. If I bought any other car, it would be like for 60 months, and it would be the same, maybe 700, 800, especially if it was SUV and with huge down payment. Here I don't have any down payment. I don't have any other loans, which is amazing. I think that's it, guys. I think I shared every important information that I could think of. If there's anything that I missed, please leave in the comments below, and I will try to answer to your question as soon as I can, as soon as I see them. There will be new videos coming about TCP, commercial insurance, and everything else that you need in order to afford Uber Black LX Permit 2. So subscribe so that you don't miss those new videos. So guys, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and if you want to watch a video that YouTube thinks the best for you, click right over here, and Uber Black earning playlist is right over there. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.